Hello, hello, hello. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can
All
anyone
right,
hear
cool,
me?
cool, cool. All right.
So, what's good, people? Black Sage D here. I just want to make an emergency live stream talking about So I'm just gonna get right into it. We're gonna be talk. I'm just gonna make an emergency live stream talking about Xbox Live's reversal of their this Microsoft's reversal of their Xbox Live price increase. And what this means for what this should mean for the PlayStation community and for pretty much the anime community in general. So as you know, today, hold on for a second. Today, Xbox Live, yesterday, Xbox pretty much announced that they're going to be increasing their prices for Xbox Live, and and people are not happy. People were not happy about it. So much so that they 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 um they just they just reversed course. I'm sorry, folks. It's about 3 o'clock where I'm at. So apologies if I sound a little bit blurry. so let's get out this for a second. Let's talk about this. So what I'm talking about is that Microsoft doubled the price of Xbox Live Gold memberships to $120 per year, and gamers are not happy. Pretty much, Microsoft said that they were going to raise the prices for Xbox Live Gold memberships, and the 6 months plans will now cost $60, but it won't apply to existing members. So basically, if you pay $60 and you wanted a year of Xbox Live Gold, now that $60 would only get you 6 months. And if you wanted to get the whole shebang, you had to pay $180 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. And yeah, if you can see right here, all this fuckery going on here. Yeah. Now, I personally think that, paying for games, paying for online is kind of stupid, but, it is what it is. If you want to pay for that shit, go on right on ahead, but it better come with some good perks. But just look at this right here. Going forward, 6 months of Xbox Live Gold subscriptions will cost $60, while 3 month plans will cost you $29, and 1 month plans will cost you $10. That means for a full year of Xbox Live Gold will go for nearly $120, nearly double the price charged for the 12-month plans that got rid of last year. Periodically, we assess the values of pricing. We pretty much assess the values of our pricing and of our services to reflect the changes in regional marketplaces. To continue to invest in the Xbox community, we'll be making price adjustments for Xbox Gold, Live Gold in select markets, the company said. So the pricing of the changes won't affect existing Xbox Live Gold subscribers. However, as they'll still be unable to renew their current plans at the same price, Microsoft is also letting players who upgrade to its Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which costs $14 a month or roughly $180 per year, to convert any remaining time of their Xbox Live Gold memberships to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate without additional cost. Microsoft also said that the new prices won't kick in until 45 days after subscribers receive an email and the message center notification alerting them to the increases. The new prices dramatically close the gap between the annual costs of Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriptions, a sign that Microsoft is most likely trying to push more users to sign up for the latter. Now, the move drew fierce backlash from the gaming community, which accused the company of being out of touch with the current economic situation that many customers are during the pandemic, as well as continue to require them to pay for subscriptions even for free-to-play games like Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone. So basically, you get a whole bunch of gamers basically calling out Microsoft for the fuck shit. calling Microsoft out for the fuck shit, and they got them to change, just like that, just like that. You know, you didn't like how Microsoft was screwing you in the ass. Make your voice heard, and they'll change just at at the tip of a hat, the drop of a dime. And we're gonna lead right into this, and how this leads up to PlayStation. Now, Xbox is in the middle of Xbox has done this in the middle of a worldwide pandemic where kids will be most affected, where finances are tight and online gaming is their main or sometimes only way to play and communicate with friends. Let that sink in, Super D tweeted. Also, Xbox also still remains the only platform where you need a subscription to play free-to-play games, including Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone. Gaming news site Charlie Intel tweeted. Others also pointed to the stark pricing differences between Xbox and other online gaming platforms. I'm still in shock at how there is $100 difference between getting the Nintendo Switch online for a year and Xbox Live Gold for a year. Jake Creeder tweeted. The Nintendo Switch online memberships cost $19 and the PlayStation Plus members cost $59.99 for 12 months. We invest in our community by strengthening the digital safety of our players, enabling new ways to share, communicate, and play with your friends. Delivering the industry-leading reliability across our network, Microsoft said, as part of its rationale for raising the prices, while adding in many markets, the price of Xbox Live Gold has not changed for years, and in some markets, it hasn't changed for over 10 years. So, hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. Okay. So what does this mean for? So what the fuck does this mean for the gaming community? Well, let's go to Twitter. Let's head on to Twitter, cause that's when the main outrage comes from. So Jack Move Johnny said, "LOL, wow." So wow, LOL. Shout out to the people who stood up for and demanded better. Good take, Jack Move. So let's move on to Neo GameSpark. Cool dude. Gamers, this is what happens when we all band together as one, and maybe now we can convince Nintendo. I can't even finish that sentence with a straight face. Oh man. Um, let's see. Spencer Pauly. See what happens when you don't corporate slave and speak up when a company does BS practices? Right on, right on. And here's Black Bond. Shout out to Black Bond. Kofi. Press Kofi, another guy I subscribe to. Microsoft is no longer increasing the price of gold and removing the paywall for free-to-play games. Shout out to all the people who weren't ankle grabbing. Gamers can make the change. And now let's head on to Xbox. Now let's head on to IGN. Breaking. Microsoft announces that it will not change Xbox Live's gold pricing and reveals free-to-play games will no longer require a membership require Xbox Live Gold membership to play. And you can see that all the people everybody is over here clapping because of a job well done. Well deserved. And let's go to Xbox themselves. Now, this is what I like. Today was not great. We always tried to do our best for you, and today we missed the mark. We hear you, and we're reversing our Xbox Live Gold pricing updates to bring Xbox Live more in line on how we see the player at the center of their experience. We will be removing Gold requirements for free-to-play games. We're starting to work on that immediately, and we'll have updates in the coming months. Beautiful, beautiful. And Jeff Keighley, as much as an industry shill as he is, rightfully called this bullshit out. So what the fuck does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean for gamers? What does this mean for the gaming community? Well, what does this mean for PlayStation community is whatsoever is that I have been saying for almost 2 years now that we need to band together and call Sony out for their bullshit censorship practices. I know I sound like a broken drum, but fuck you, this is what I need to say. I'm so sick and tired of the anime and weeb community basically cucking and running away and acting like, oh, well, I'll just go to Nintendo and PC and Switch. It's like, no, asshole. You need to start demanding these companies do better. Just look at this shit. Look at this shit. I said it right on here. It's like PlayStation fans. Can we now have the same energy when it comes to Sony censorship bullshit? If Xbox can manage to not only reverse course on their Xbox Live price hike, but also eliminate the paywall for free-to-play games, then we can definitely come together and do this. And you got people out here. I don't want to dogpile on them. Don't harass these people. Don't dogpile on them. But I basically said they basically said it's not a mainstream issue, as the games you talk about often end up being niche Japanese titles, so it's probably not going to be talked about, unlike stuff in the price hikes. Sorry. So I basically said I don't really give a fuck at this point. Hold on, let me retweet this. I don't really give a fuck at this point because censorship is anti-consumer, regardless of if it's mainstream or not. Sony always say they care about more important voices being heard. Well, why the hell can they not hear consumer voices? You know, the most important fucking voice of them all. It's like fuck it, like when the gaming community comes together, and they basically get shit done. They basically get these companies to change their bullshit at an instant. This is the same type of energy that got Microsoft to remove their fucking always online DRM on their platform, on the Xbox One. Remember that the seventh generation started. I'm sorry, the eighth generation started, and you had the Xbox One with the always online DRM. Remember how gamers got pissed to the point where Microsoft had to remove that goddamn thing, physically remove that goddamn DRM for the Xbox One? Remember how gamers stuck together and got that shit done? Remember how the gaming community in 2018 got Sony to reverse course on their fucking on their fucking crossplay bullshit, on the cross-platform play? And you mean to tell me that we can't fucking get together and get Sony to stop fucking censoring games from Japan? Stop screwing over developers? What the fuck, man? Seriously, like I'm tired of this fucking beta male energy from the weeb community. It's like we can't have this passive aggressive energy anymore, man. I'm sorry, but it is what the fuck it is. I can't sit there and fucking accept that. If the gaming community can come together and challenge all this bullshit, all this corporate bullshit, then there is no way in hell we cannot come together and call out censorship. Come the fuck on, man. You mean to tell me that you can't have the same energy for PlayStation when they fuck up this badly when it comes to censoring Japanese games? Look, Samurai Conqueror 7 should have been out already, but they can't because of Sony's bullshit. And you know what floors me is the fact that the gaming community didn't speak up against this shit. It's ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. It's really it's just heartbreaking to see this shit. You know? It really is at this point, because it's like I try so hard to call out censorship when I see it. You know, I'm not the biggest voice. I'm not the biggest voice when it comes to, you know, consumer advocacy, but god damn it, like I just want gaming to be great again. And it can't be greater again until we eliminate the threat of censorship once and for all. And we can't stay silent about it anymore, people. I'm sorry. It just can't happen. You know, again, hold on. You see this. You see this, right? Hold on. Microsoft, Xbox, literally put this in themselves. This is on their site, saying no changes to Xbox Live Gold pricing, free to play Xbox games to be unlocked. Updated on January 22nd, 2021 at 8:52 p.m. We messed up today, and you were right to let us know. Connecting and playing with friends is a vital part of gaming, and we have failed to meet the expectation of players who count on it every day. As a result, we decided not to change Xbox Live Gold pricing. We're turning this moment into an opportunity to bring Xbox Live more in line with how we see players at the center of their experience. For free-to-play games, you will no longer need an Xbox Live Gold membership to play those games on Xbox. We are working hard to deliver this change as soon as possible in the upcoming months. If you are an Xbox Live Gold member already, you stay at your current price for renewal. When new and existing members can continue to enjoy Xbox Live for the same prices they pay today. In the US, $10 a month, 3 months, $25 a month, $40, $6 a month. For $6, $40 a month, and $60 a year for for retail for full 12 months. So basically, just hold on, just look at this for a minute. Now imagine if PlayStation had the same message when it comes to censorship. When it comes to censorship, people, imagine if we got together and affected this much change within PlayStation when we got them to reverse course on their censorship. Just look at this. Just look at this. If Xbox, I have to handle the Xbox gamers. I really have to handle the Xbox gamers. They know how to make their voices heard when much is too much. Why the fuck can PlayStation gamers do this? Why the fuck can the anime and weeb community do this? Like, it shouldn't matter how much of you is there or how many of you are there. It's like you guys have to make your voices known and heard. Okay? I'm tired of this little passive aggressive nonsense that I'm seeing from the weeb community. You guys have to stand up for consumer advocacy, or else these companies are going to continue to think this is okay. Fuck. Oh, I don't play with PlayStation anymore because I don't trust it. Like, fuck the trust. I could give a damn less about your trust. This is business, asshole. This is business. All right, put your personal feelings aside for a bit. This is business. And I want Sony to be that. And I want Sony to actually act like a business again, not a public benefits corporation, or whatever the fuck these idiots like to call themselves these days. But no, I'm not. It's. People, I'm just gonna leave with this. If you want things to change for the better, you have to demand it. And right now, today is a win for gamers because the gaming community had a huge backlash against Microsoft doing some fuck shit. Had a huge backlash against Microsoft basically screwing them over and saying that their voices don't matter. Or better yet, saying that, we're going to increase the crisis. Gamers stood up to that. And I want that same energy to happen with censorship. I want the same energy to happen because this is not going to stop. These companies are not just going to stop censoring games because you're not going to buy it. You have to actively make your voices heard. If you don't buy the game, they're just not going to make the game anymore. They're not going to make new entries in the series. And you guys have to realize that. Yes, money talks and bullshit walks, but you also got to put your voice, you got to put your money where your mouth is. You always have to just say something, man. Don't just sit there and just run away and just say, I'm just going to spend my money on other things. You have to let these companies actively know this. And it doesn't matter how many of you are there. You guys have to go out. You got to make your voices heard, man. And if anybody wants to call you a fucking pedophile or a weirdo or an incel for calling out censorship of like Japanese games, then fuck them. Like, I don't care. Like, you shouldn't care. You shouldn't give a fuck about what they have to say about what they have to say about you. You're a grown adult. You buy your own games. You pay for your own shit. So just do it. Stop giving a fuck what people have to say. I don't. So why can't you? So I just have to make this emergency stream, people, because I'm livid at this point. Because it's like, I feel like I'm trying to get the point across, but nobody's trying to listen, or nobody's doing anything. And I had to put this out there. It's like, shit is not going to change unless you demand it to change. So this is, look. Hopefully this will now get Japanese game players, weebs, and most importantly PlayStation fans to realize that Sony's censorship policy is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. We should never have to sacrifice creative freedom just because of convenience. And from what I'm hearing with Alien Rising 2, it might be censored. And that might be because of the fact that y'all didn't speak up. It's one thing to not buy anything, but it's another thing to let these companies know that you're not happy with the business decisions that they made. So I just want people to understand that in order to stop censorship, you have to call it out. You have to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if, if people call you all sorts of names. Let them say that. You know who you are. You know where you stand. And you shouldn't have to take shit from anybody. So all I have to say is this, people. If you want things to change, you got to make your voice heard. Otherwise, it's just nothing's going to change. So thank you for coming to the stream. I know this was the middle of the night. I know many of you guys were asleep. But hopefully you can share this around and, get the message out there. If Xbox can reverse their course on increasing the prices of Xbox Live Gold, and not only that, eliminating the paywall for free-to-play games, eliminating that paywall, then there's no reason why we should not call out Sony for censoring Japanese games. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think, and if you like this video, like, share it, like my content, please subscribe. So that's all I have to say for tonight, people. Peace out. Peace.